Welcome to the Pursuit of Excellence, the official voice of the Douglas County School System. We are committed to bringing you news, information, and resources about the Douglas County School System. I am your host, Portia Lake, and today we are sharing information about the Academy at the College and Career Institute. And today we are joined by Director Gary Morris and Assistant Principal Geri Armstrong at the Academy at CCI. Welcome both of you to the program today. Okay, well, why don't we first of all start talking about what is the Academy at CCI? What does that stand for and represent?
Well, it's a program that is a charter program where we allow students to apply through a lottery process, and it's a one-time entry program in the 9th grade year, and then they're with us for their whole 4 years in the high school program. So it's something as simple as just filling out their name and address, and they're a student in the Douglas County School System, and they can apply for the lottery to be in our academy. The academy is a full-fledged high school, meaning that they take all of their high school credits at the academy, and then if they would like, they can take dual enrollment classes, because we are on the campus of West Georgia Technical College. So we get to marry the two together, where they can take core classes with the college and they can take their high school classes with us, all on the same campus.
Oh, wow, that's a very important resource to have in our community. Why do you think it's so important to have a school like this in our community for our students?
Well, we provide a smaller setting for students. Most of our class sizes cap at about 25. So that gives students a lot of opportunities to work with the individual instructors. And then, we provide one-to-one technology through the use of the Chromebooks. So all of our students are used to that, because we've been doing that now for the last, I guess this is our 6th year with the Academy. So, those are some really good reasons, just those smaller class sizes and the individualism that we can provide for those students. And then the access to dual enrollment, because oftentimes when they're in their base high schools, they have to provide their own transportation. But because we're right there on the college campus, it's really easy for us to transition students to that dual enrollment piece.
And you get a wide variety of students over there at the CCI. You've got students that are interested in so many different career fields. Tell me about some of the things that are taught there that are not taught anywhere else in the school system.
Well, we have welding, which is a very popular program, where students will be able to earn certificates through the welding program. And then once they graduate high school, they're able to continue that coursework and then earn an associate's degree or however far they want to go in that program. We also have automotive. We have one other high school that has automotive, but at our school it's a dual enrollment program, so our kids can come from all 5 high schools and earn certificates and, like I said, earn those certificates towards a associate's degree or what have you. So those are the 2 programs that I can think of off the top of my head that the other schools, by and large, don't offer, and it's very popular at our school.
Now let's talk about the partnership that you have with, actually you're on the campus of a college right there. Tell me about that partnership and how all this came about. How do we see the need for this?
Well, the idea came back in 2006, I believe, with Mandy Johnson, who is now our CTA director for the county. And they partnered with the school system, the Chamber of Commerce, and West Georgia Technical College to create a dual enrollment career academy. And so they did that, and it was successful, and it was a good working partnership. And then the idea came along about 6 years ago that how could we offer, because some kids were not able to take advantage of the half-day programs because of the way their schedule worked out at the base school. And so they came up with the idea of the academy so that the kids could actually come and stay all day and take their academic classes for high school, and then mesh in the dual enrollment piece for the career classes. And it opened up a large opportunity for our kids that couldn't just make it over because of scheduling conflicts. So it opened up more opportunities for approximately, this year we have about 187 students that are full-time students on our campus in the academy that take advantage of those career classes.
Now, you mentioned flexibility, and I know you also offer half-day programs. Can any of you talked about how that works and why that's even better for students?
Well, we pull students from all 5 high schools. They either come to us for an AM session or a PM session, however it works in their schedule, and also how the college schedules things. And they can take things like the welding, the automotive. We also have a program, game development, which is unique to our half-day programs. And then cybersecurity, early childhood education. We also have some medical fields in pharmacy, dental, and we have a nurse aid program. So the students can come and kind of get a jump start on their careers if that's what they choose to do, or they can do some career exploration. And that, maybe they think they want to be a teacher. Well, then, let's look at our early childhood program and see what that looks like. And, oftentimes we have students that just fall in love with it, and then sometimes it's, I don't really think I want
It's
to do
not
that.
for me.
It's not for me.
Well, it's better to find out early sooner rather than later.
Right, and also on the state's dime rather than your parents' dime, and so that's the benefit of the dual enrollment piece, is that it is paid for through the state and through the programs that the state runs.
Okay. Now, you mentioned some exciting programs that I was not aware that had already gotten started there, and that's the game development. I know the cybersecurity program was already very popular. Tell me about the game development program. Which year is this of that?
Well, that I believe started way back when the school was started. So it's been in existence a while. A lot of our students do that because it's fun for them. They're interested in that. They don't always necessarily make careers of it, but Kennesaw does have a gaming program. Some of those credits will transfer to Kennesaw, so it gets them kind of a jump start on that. And the kids love it because they develop their own games, and then they play those games. So it's just kind of a neat way for them to explore that world of, creating their own games.
Oh, it's fascinating, isn't it? And it definitely hooks them in and gets them interested in the STEM fields and, learning more about that. And let's talk about, I know that in addition to that gaming program being extremely popular, that welding program over there is very popular, and they've actually gained quite a bit of recognition for their achievements there. Why don't you tell me about why it's so important for those who have an interest in welding to perhaps consider it there at the CCI?
Well, our instructor is an excellent instructor, and just like any other classes, and a good instructor will make or break a program. And the instructor we have is second to none. He does a great job, and he gets the kids involved with the competitions that you mentioned earlier, so that they can work as a team and build things. And he just does a really good job with those kids. And Geri may be able to add more to that. She actually had a son that went through that program.
Oh, did you?
And is now
Yes.
going to be a part-time instructor in that program. So
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, he was one of the first members of the academy. So he went through the academy as the first class and got his welding diploma while he was there. So I think our welding diploma, though, is so popular because it allows the kids to have that hands-on experience. They can get in the labs, they can get their hands dirty, and it provides that non-traditional piece for students. It's not all about the brick and mortar piece and the academics, but it allows them to explore the hands-on, for those students that are different learners. And I think it just really benefits our kids that we can provide that to them. They may not be as good in the academic world, or some of our welders are, top-notch students too. They just want that hands-on piece. They want to get their hands dirty.
And one of the things that I love so much about the CCI is just the feeling of family, the sense of intimacy, because it's a smaller school, even though it's on a larger campus, that you just get to know everybody so well. How has that worked for the students? Do they enjoy that as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we just welcomed some freshmen in today, talking to them and their families and showing them our facilities. And we already know them through the online process, and it's like, they didn't miss a beat when they walked in the door. We already knew them. It's a wonderful atmosphere for our kids, and they act like they don't want us to know them, but they do, and they enjoy it when we call it, we hold them accountable, but it's all about what's best for them.
It is.
And the wonderful thing to add about that is that we can really individualize kids' program of study at our school, because we're small and because we have the dual enrollment opportunities. And there's other diplomas that we can look at, like the Senate Bill 2, where kids can shave off some of the requirements of the high school if they're taking the career classes like welding. And they can be done with high school and also have an associate's degree to go out into the workplace. And we've had several kids that came to us and said, hey, we don't want the traditional high school experience.
Right.
I just want to be a welder. Can you make me a welder? Mm-hmm. We can absolutely do that.
And for those parents who are listening and they like everything that we're saying and sharing about the CCI, when do you get started and how do you get started?
Geri has our new timeline. We just got it approved.
Well, we will open our lottery registration process up on January 11th. That link will be live on our website that day, and so parents can go to our website at cci.dcssga.org. And they'll be able to find that link, and then they can fill out a registration form. And that process will be open until January 29th. So it's a good 2-week period. They can register online. It's only once. It's not like if you play the lottery as many times, you have more chances to win. It's just a one-time registration. And then we will hold our lottery drawing on February 1st at 5 o'clock. And we will hold that live as far as we know now. For anyone that wants to watch that, we will also record it, but we will be live in our atrium on February 1st at 5 o'clock. So
Okay.
That lottery drawing.
Okay. And Geri, Mr. Morris, why don't you tell us, who do you think is a good fit for the CCI?
I think a student who knows what they want, is willing to try many different things, has a global perspective of their educational experience, is a great fit for the CCI. Someone who wants to work with their hands, someone who wants to work on a team, who is interested in careers, is a good fit for our school.
Now, do they need to be certain of what career path that they want to take?
Well, they don't need to be certain to the point where if they get into welding that's absolutely what they're going to do for the rest of their life. An interest is good. We need to start somewhere, and then if we are a good place for them to find out that's if that's what they want to do for life, or it's something else that they want to do, we can move them into a different program.
All right, excellent information. Any other final thoughts before we share our contact information with our listeners? Okay, well, that's good. All right, so we've got some important dates coming up again. Again, tell us the dates of that lottery, please.
Yes, the lottery opens on January 11th. It will close on January 29th, and then our lottery drawing on February 1st at 5.
All right, those are your important dates. And again, that's the information and the deadlines that we just shared for the Academy at the CCI. Thank you so much for joining us for Pursuit of Excellence, the official voice of the Douglas County School System. I am Portia Lake, and I was joined today by Director Geri Morris and Assistant Principal Geri Armstrong. We certainly appreciate you for joining us, and go to dcssga.org if you need any additional information. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.